Hey friends, I'm Dr. Tracy. It's Kingdom Recovery just for today. How's your recovery going today? I hope that you are finding success, and I hope that you are finding things that you can grab hold of, that you can walk. I pray that you're taking that stick to balance your life and all the different things that we've been talking about on this journey of recovery. Today I want to talk about picking up the pieces. One thing that we find when we come to a place where we come to ourselves and we decide to recover, sometimes there's just stuff all over the place. Sometimes there's broken, we might feel like we're shattered, and broken into 1,000 pieces. Reminds me of a story, because putting your life back together, it's not for wimps, and it's not easy to rebuild your life, to start over. To me, if you are a person in recovery, whatever you're recovering from, you're a champion in my world and in my book, because you have made a decision to go the road less traveled. And I was thinking about this, as I was just kind of meditating and thinking about what I would share about picking up the pieces and putting them together. I just want to talk from my heart today about this. And I was thinking about this young lady who called up her boyfriend and said, "Sam, I'm trying to put this puzzle together and I just can't figure it out. Would you come over and help me?" He's like, "Oh, sure, honey. I'll come over and I'll help you." And he's on the phone on the way over in the car, and he said, "Well, so what is the puzzle that you're building?" She says, "It's supposed to be a rooster from what I can see, because I'm looking at the box and there's a rooster on the front, but nothing looks like the rooster." He said, okay, I'll help you. We'll do it together, and I'm sure we'll figure out a plan." So Sam walks in the door, and there's Julie standing at the table. And he just shakes his head and he said, "Julie, put the cornflakes back in the box. That's not even a puzzle." Sometimes we think what we're utilizing and what we're doing is going to benefit us. And we're trying to put all these pieces together because we think we know everything. And we're trying to put all these pieces together like this girl trying to call a box of cornflakes a puzzle. That's kind of what we do in recovery at times. We don't take and get the support that we need. We don't open our understanding and our eyes and learn from other people. We aren't willing to put discipline to work in our life or correction in our life, because if we knew what we were doing, we wouldn't be where we are. Let me just say that one more time. If we knew what we were doing, we would never find ourselves where we are. We would be living high. We would be living free. We would be living full. We would be living in joy and prosperity and peace and happiness and health. If we knew what we were doing, we wouldn't be where we are. I believe that's for somebody today. Picking up the pieces. So one of the things we have to do is we have to survey the land. We have to survey our life. I talk about that a lot, I know, taking inventory, becoming self-aware, because you are only going to be the best you if you're willing to look inside of you. As long as you continue to blame everything on everybody else, or you're looking outside of yourself to fulfill what you need, you will never recover, my friend, because it's in you that you have to look. It's the inside of you that comes out of you. It's healing begins within. Wholeness begins within. So when we're picking up the pieces of our life, we have to look at, okay, let me survey the land. Let me see what's going on. I'll just use an example. Someone gets out of jail. They lost their car. They got a divorce paper while they were there. Their children were taken away. They lost 3 years of their life. They have nowhere to live. The people that they used to be around, a lot of them are locked up, or they don't really want to go around them, and they don't have any new friends. So there's all kinds of pieces laying all over. What is the priority? So the first thing we have to do in order to put our life back together is we got to find our center. We got to go to the core. We got to start with our heart. And we've got to look at, what in me do I need to change? Now, you might have done a lot of that reflection while you were locked up, if that's your story. But if something just abruptly happened in your life, you still got to take a pause. You still got to take time to say, what's broken? I see it all the time with people in cell phones. They drop their phone and it's got a little hairline crack. And then another crack starts. And then they drop it again and it's shattered, right? And the only thing they can do is either get a new phone or replace the glass on the top. They got two choices. Replace the glass on the top or just get a new phone. Most people opt out of replacing the glass because it's so close to the same price they're going to pay for a new phone, or they want to upgrade. They want to become better, right? They want to have a better phone. Well, it's the same way with our life. There's stuff shattered. There's stuff broken. And some of you, it might just be a little hairline crack. But if you don't address that little hairline crack, it's going to become a weakness where more brokenness can take place until your life possibly could be shattered. So we've got to look at the pieces, and we've got to recognize that we are clay on the potter's wheel. Our life has intrinsic value. God made us and he shaped us, and he wants something very beautiful to come about through our lives. And unfortunately, life took a turn for you. I don't know what that turn is for you. I could tell you all kinds of stories of how life has taken many rights and lefts and wrong turns in my life, and I found myself in broken places. But one thing I've really learned, really through experience, that has caused the equity of my intellect to be built, to learn from my mistakes, is that I have taken time to survey the damage and find the pieces. And when I see all the pieces laying around, and that's what I want to talk to you about today, you might see everything broke down in pieces, and it seems overwhelming. Like, how can I repair that? How can I fix that? What I want you to do is I want you first to go to the core and get the centerpiece, the piece to start with. The biggest piece, usually it is. It's like the most stable looking part of you. Take the most stable looking part of you, and then I want you to start sorting out the pieces, okay? What am I going to do about my relationship with my kids? Or am I going to ever get to see my kids again? Or what do I need to do? Do I need to heal from that? Do I need to take action with the courts? Do I need to call some people and find out where my kids are? It might be you don't have a roof over your head. Who do I need to live with? Or do I need to live on my own? Or what kind of steps do I need to take, right? And so you have to get to that point where you recognize what the piece looks like. Is it beyond repair? Do you need to get a new piece? Think about your car. You got a broken piece in your car. Usually you can't fix it. Most of the time you have to what? Replace it with a new part in order to cause that car to go on down the road. And it takes a price to pay. It takes labor and effort, and then you put that part in the car and off it goes. It's the same way with your life, my friend. You have to survey the pieces. You have to prioritize which ones can be salvaged and reattached and fixed, and how you're going to fix them, and how, first of all, you got to look at how the storm even came, what happened. Sometimes it was beyond your control. Other times it was choices you made. But you got to look at those pieces. You got to put them out in front of you, and you got to say, okay, this one I can keep. This one's got to go. I need to replace that. This one I need to add some glue to, and I think it's salvageable, but it's going to take a little bit of time, and I might have to hold that one in place for a minute until it gets strong enough to hold on its own. I just keep picturing a vase, that you're putting, or a vase, whatever you call it, where it's shattered and you're just trying to fit the pieces. You're not going to fit them all in one day, and you're not going to get that accomplished the way you want overnight, because recovery is not a microwave. It's a slow cooker. And the things that have been damaged didn't get damaged overnight. You were brewing before that storm came, and in order to put your life back together, it's going to take taking one piece at a time and putting it in place and setting it in and securing it, and then moving on to the next one. When we try in our recovery to put everything back together quickly and keep it moving, we are only going to be damaged goods, and we're not going to be. God wants us to get to the place where if you looked at me today, you'd never know how broken I was before. That's what I want my life to look like. If I was broken if I was broken today, or if you looked at me today, you would not even believe the things that I have gone through, because I took time to investigate the pieces, find the solutions, put them back together, and then be restored to the beauty and the plan that God had for me. I don't know what your pieces look like. Write them down. Think about them and plan out how you're going to reattach to each piece, or have that piece reattached to you, or if you're going to discard it and put something new. I'm Dr. Tracy, and this is Kingdom Recovery just for today. Look at the pieces, but all that I want you to understand is you can recover and you can be restored to that beautiful life that God has for you.